Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine and this is going to be the June reading. Can you believe we're already halfway through the year? Time is flying by. Again, this is the June reading for twin flames and soulmates that are currently in separation. Please keep in mind that these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Also keep in mind that masculine and feminine stand more for energy than gender. And also, if you'd like a personal reading, all the information is below. And if you can't afford a reading, but you would still like to donate to the channel, the information on how to do that is also below. As donations are greatly appreciated, believe me. Is there anything else that I have to say in the beginning? I always forget. Even though you say the same thing every time, still. I think I said everything. I changed it a little bit again. But it's obviously not much of the questions change, but I try to change it up somewhat. Just because it gets tedious, especially when not much changes. We have here is the overview for the month. And this is what the masculine is thinking and feeling. This is the clarifiers, for each card. This is what the masculine would like to see happen. Same questions for the feminine side. Then we have here what is needed in order to bring them together and what advice Spirit has for you both. Let us start with the overview. I think that's going to be... And two cards came out. So first we have Blessed. If you can see that well. A little fairy on the in a shell or in a something. I can't. She's sitting in something. Let's see, Blessed 22. The essential meanings: something wonderful that is unearned and unexpected, grace that is an unforeseen gift from Spirit. The Oracle's message: there are moments in life when, out of the blue, it seems that everything has been orchestrated by divine intervention. You feel blessed in ways that are difficult to express. It's as if the Red Sea parts in front of you and events come together to banish your troubles easily and naturally. You know deep down you did not deserve any of it, and yet here you are. This is one of those times. Let awe and gratitude for all your blessings guide you now. Relationship message: you are moving towards a deepening of intimacy in a unique and sacred partnership. You know you are meant to make this connection. This union, blessed by the divine, will bring transformation and beauty to the world. This is also a sign that, even more important, you're being called to a deeper intimacy with yourself and Spirit. With this new development, you will see evidence of grace in your life. Prosperity message: unexpected windfalls and good fortune come your way now. Ooh, we can only hope. You're in a phase where any difficulties or obstacles that have stymied, what a funny word, stymied your success seem to disappear on their own. Be ready to receive. The windows of opportunity will open wide. Accept the blessings given to you now and don't forget to share them. Protection message: humility is called for now, as grace is an unearned gift. You didn't gain this by your own desires or actions. To be who you need to be, you can no longer do what you did. In a way, you have hit rock bottom, and what is required now is nothing less than total surrender. Then you will be blessed. Again, a lot of people, I feel like, are dealing, as we always do. There's always the darn sirens. I mean, granted, I live by the hospital, and I guess the police station's in far too, but it's awfully busy for a small city. this kind of, I think, hits on many areas for people, because it's not just relationship stuff, but it might also be really not just relationship stuff, but you also might be dealing with, health things or career stuff, trying to figure out your money, possibly shifting careers, thinking of starting on a new path, creative projects, your own business, um, feeling like, again, because the next card we have here is fork in the road. So I think a lot of people are kind of in that decision mode of what path do I take? Hoping to take the right path. Because I feel like a lot of people are wanting change, and they know that they need to make some changes. Maybe so they're not living check to check, or maybe to heal a relationship, or maybe to, start putting in work and effort into a project you might have been putting off. Um, or getting your health together. Maybe again, being in the woest, people have been hibernating and drowning their sorrows in the vino or eating too much chocolate or whatever. So it's kind of like you may feel that you've hit rock bottom in a way, and like there's nowhere else to go but up. But it's like you got to try to make it, give yourself that courage and that drive and that belief in order to, pursue this new path. Pursue, because many people are feeling stuck, I feel. Um, so I think that the blessed thing is kind of a good sign, where the universe is saying, yes, all that uncomfortableness that you're feeling within yourself, it's your own soul, your own higher self getting tired of your movie, like tired of being depressed, tired of being broke, tired of being whatever. And it's, you feel it within yourself, a stir within yourself, that something's got to change, um, and on both things. And I think that they're encouraging you in that feeling, in that way, and making those moves and being the co-creator. You're opening up the door to having blessings come to you. And possibly you might be meeting your life partner or your twin flame, or reconnecting with them, because this is for twin flames and soulmates that are in separation. But these two people might not be in separation from a relationship that they were in together. It might be on, or it's a mixture of both. However the messages reach you, it could be the two of you that were in a relationship together, or two of you that have yet to meet, or two people in their own stuff. And this is regardless, this is for the energy, you know. Um, but the fork in the road is obviously going to be talking about decisions. What do we do? How do we move forward? Now let us see. But just put it out there, again. But my intention is for this to be for two people that were together that are separated now. But however the message comes through, it comes through. Fork in the road. Essential meanings. Time to make a decision. Considering the consequences as you prepare to act. Owning up to your obligation to make a necessary choice. Because we can't sit on the fence forever, right? Because too busy thinking and no action leaves us stuck. The oracle's message: every choice has a consequence. You arrived at a fork in the road and are being asked to come to a decision. To a decision. Will you further your dreams by choosing left or by choosing right? Will you take the road less traveled or the one well worn by others who have come before you? This is your choice and yours alone to make. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you. Be present and do not avoid this junction, for it is an important crossroads. Take heart, as no matter which path you choose, you will have a rich and meaningful experience. Relationship message: you've reached a moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. Which will you choose to open up to? The possibility of love, or to remain isolated, to go deeper and commit to mutual passion, or to walk away? This is a time to take responsibility for your truest desire and follow it. Be honest with yourself about what you're willing to do. Invest and give. Then choose. You cannot make a wrong choice. If you move forward with a relationship, know that it will be based in truth and authenticity. You will have made a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you don't want to be alone, or ending things because you're afraid of intensity of genuine connection. All roads lead to the lessons you must learn in your relationships. Regardless of the decision you make, it will place you on the path to a truer experience of the heart. Because again, if we're choosing karmic, you'll have another opportunity. You go through another cycle to kind of wake up. But again, it's about not choosing relationships or codependent reasons, to fill voids or to meet needs, to not run away from true love because we're afraid of it. It's healing that part of us that does things to cause us to self-sabotage, becoming our highest and best, having what it is that we truly want. No more is getting out of our own way. Making that conscious choice of what do I do next, and making that choice based on wisdom. Again, lessons learned. What is your truest heart's desire? What is your soul calling you to do? What does your heart say? Again, applying logic, all of that, and knowing that whatever choice you make, make sure you do it with honesty and integrity. Prosperity message: you've come as far as you can on this part of your journey, and now you're faced with a choice. Inherent in this choice is the need for change, for evolution, and for a bettering of your circumstances. Narrow it down to just a single question: who do I need to become, and what do I need to believe in order to live a life of prosperity? Answer honestly and from the heart. Then the decision about which way to go will be effortless. Know that abundance is all around you. Choose to see it, and it will be easier to settle on a direction. For the way will be made clear by your intuition, which knows how to steer you towards your well-being. And lastly, protection message: indecision is extremely frustrating and will lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. At this juncture, you can't remain in place without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. Don't give your power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, you are making a choice for which you must be accountable. If that choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. Second, it's probably like a million. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. And of course, as we know, there was a lesson involved here for both people, and both people have to get the lesson. Both people have to have the ability to self-reflect, hold themselves accountable in a genuine way. Again, complete transparency, completely honest, no more trying to sweep things under the rug, no more lying to cover up our lies, no more downplaying our roles so that we don't look as bad. Own your shit. Whatever you did or whatever you didn't do, own it and speak from a place of truth. Everybody makes mistakes, everybody messes up, but don't be afraid to admit to them. Don't let your pride keep you stuck in whatever choice you make, or don't let, the woes keep you stuck, stinking thinking. Fear is a big thing here. It's time to get a move on, get a hustle on, pick what you want, go for it. Whether that be in relationships, whether that be a physical health goal, whether that be career, or all three. For many people, it's all three. Um, so let's see what we got going on for the masculine. Well, we got 3 of Swords in the reverse. This is what they're thinking and feeling about the feminine union. And then we have the 10 of Wands. And then we have the Page of Swords. Oh, my camera's a little funky blue. Of course, 3 of Swords in the upright deals with heartache, betrayal, pain, a lot of mental anguish, a painful separation from somebody, sorrow, heartbreak, grief. But in the reverse, it's about trying to release that pain. It's about forgiveness, and it's about optimism. The masculine's been looking for forgiveness for the longest time, but maybe some are too prideful to ask for it. And I've mentioned in other videos too, how you come across is going to play a big role in how you're going to be accepted. If you lied and cheated or, overstepped boundaries or took advantage of or whatever, again, like I said, own it. Hold yourself accountable. Be specific in your apology. What are you sorry for? What are you willing to change or to work on? What are you willing to do from this point forward? Like, give some kind of groundwork, some kind of plan. Like, you have to have these deep conversations. It can't just be sugarcoating stuff or, again, downplaying things, because you're not giving the other person a reason to accept you back or to trust you again. If you can't even be honest about the stuff that happened. You can't rewrite history just so that you don't look as bad. It's, again, about being able to be honest. So somebody's looking for forgiveness, wanting to come out of heartache here, accepting pain and hurt, and are ready to move on, like wanting to move on from this feeling, or finding it hard to move on from heartache. Still suffering emotionally and needs purging. Be careful not to get stuck in the grief. Be a peacemaker. Say you are sorry. Think before you speak to avoid regrets, and ask, how am I suffering and how can I release the pain? And as I said here, say you are sorry, but again, to give an example, I tried to discuss things with my twin, or my soulmate, or whatever labels you want to put on stuff. I had tried to have a conversation about what happened for a long time. Always avoided it. First was saying, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to talk about this. Then claiming, I just want to live in the past. Mind you, we've never discussed what happened in the past. He just hates that I kept bringing up his stuff. Everything that he was caught in. Again, he would always minimize, downplay, try to avoid talking about it. And then after 9 months, I finally got an I'm sorry. But the I'm sorry that I got after like if we were in a courtroom, it would have been exhibits 1 through, AA through S. It was so much. But to avoid going into specifics, here's the sirens again. I got an I'm sorry for anything that I might have unintentionally done. And that was it. And then he didn't want to talk about it anymore. Oh, gosh. And for me, considering how many years, the reason why things ended, all the stuff that went down, all the evidence that he was hit with, all he could say is, I'm sorry for anything that I might have unintentionally done. It's like, no, you did do intentionally. You knew when you lied. You knew when you covered up stuff. You knew your motives. You knew your behaviors. Again, there is no might have unintentionally. That was just his way of trying to downplay everything. hoping that that'll be enough to satisfy. And then had the nerve to give me the ultimatum, like, oh, if we had to move forward, we can't discuss the past anymore. It's like, oh, because you don't want to be called out on your shit. And for me, that glazed over apology is again an example of why maybe a lot of masculines were doing that same thing and why it didn't work. Because again, pain is our greatest teacher. So if you were really hurt by the actions and behaviors that someone else took, and you try to give them an opportunity to explain themselves, to try to make things right, to show that they gave a damn about the pain that they caused with the actions and choices that they made, and instead they tried to avoid talking about it at every turn and then gave some glazed over apology, you would not feel that this person is a wise investment. You would not feel that this person should be someone who you can trust again, who you would want to give another chance to. Because, again, as the example that I used in another video, it's like someone who could set you on fire, watch you burn, and act like they don't care, give you silent treatments. Like whatever tactics that the masculine was using, again, lying to cover up their lies, pretending like, what happened didn't happen, like all this stuff just to, again, avoid accountability. And someone who tries to avoid accountability means that in the future, should they decide to do the same thing again, they feel like they got away with it once, to get away with it. You know what I mean? So it's like, not that there's any guarantees, because again, someone can promise to never do something and do it again anyway. But it's just showing that you have the ability to self-reflect on your actions and have empathy for how that they may affect someone else, and to make a conscious effort to not repeat them. Like this is what the feminine has been kind of looking for from the masculine. But as I said, a lot of masculines failed at that, and which is why a lot of feminines said, screw this. It's not even worth the investment for me anymore. It's not worth the time and energy. It's not, because people get tired of not feeling acknowledged or like they matter. And eventually they know that they deserve better and they move on. And again, some masculines have been, in their current situation, or they might be single, but a lot of them went into codependent relationships again after they left this one, and now are trying to leave that situation because they're not happy there, maybe try to go back to this. But again, that's why I kept telling the masculines, honesty is the best policy for you, and accountability, because that's showing the other person, again, a capacity for growth and change. Nobody wants to repeat things. Feminine's got the devil over here. We're going to get to that. But this is all about toxic relationships, feeling bound to something, feeling, like an unhealthy dynamic, or just even thinking about interacting or worrying about, is this going to be the result? Are they going to be made to be feeling like this? So that's where I said a lot of people are unsure. But obviously, somebody wants to get over heartache. Somebody wants it to be forgiveness. Someone's looking for forgiveness. But they're also feeling a burden here. They're feeling the Ten of Wands. It's like the burden of releasing what needs to be released, whether it's their own fears, or again, the changes that they might need to make, what's going to be the undertaking of change. Tens are also the completion of a cycle, struggling to bring the fruits of one's labors. Like again, some masculines were having money issues, feeling stuck. This is after a period of struggle, reaping rewards after our hard work and effort, like wondering if there's a lot of effort that needs to be put into this situation, or just to change in general. Even with achievement comes great responsibilities and commitments. Knowing that, if we're going to get on the path, we got to stay on the path. Aware that we're needing to carry out with responsibilities to ensure ongoing success. Again, knowing we can't stay stagnant. feeling like it might be too much to bear. Again, afraid of what's coming next. Weighing oneself down with too much responsibilities, feeling oppressed, strained. This is also moving, like traveling or clearing things out. So again, some masculines were at a distance. Some might have to move. So, and it's just like, just again, the undertaking, the burden of relocating, possibly, or just again, releasing the truth or being honest. Communication here. We got the Page of Swords. I'm going to read the clarifiers after I've realized that I've skipped over them. It's about passion, enthusiasm, new ideas, new projects, encouragement to move forward, to get the wheels in motion, despite any challenges potentially in the way, aligning with others who don't stifle your direction. Again, the ability to learn and grow, truth seeker, an avid learner, ideas, communication, discussing ideas with others, protecting your privacy. Again, maybe people fear truth coming out in some way because they're afraid of how they'll be perceived by others. Something that may teach you something about yourself. A level of tension, conflict. Someone who can be defensive or offensive. Confrontation. So again, maybe they're afraid of speaking the truth, afraid of unreleasing this burden, asking for forgiveness. What's the end of the Three of Hearts? We have peace, the Lovers, the Stranger, mistake, communication. So this is again maybe asking for forgiveness, wanting there to be peace, hoping to come back together, hoping to be seen as someone new, be forgiven for their mistakes, releasing this burden. And then here we have strength, which is all about having courage or being able to persevere to do what it is that we know we need to do here at the fork in the road. New beginnings, truth, judgment, destruction. So, wanting to make the right choice, especially if we're having to end something first. Try to figure out again what path we want to take, wondering if there can be reconciliation with someone if they want to reconcile, wondering again if they're going to make the right judgment, wondering if the truth comes out, will there be new beginnings? If they get out of their own way. Also, again, about traveling. Again, people might need to leave one location, end something. Page of Swords. We got secrets. Again, someone's truth seeker. Someone's looking to reveal some secrets or to not be afraid of the unknown. We have wealth. Perhaps communicating with other people too. Try to get, our career going, our financial stuff going. We have loss, confusion, and challenge. Like we don't know what to do. We don't know what's going to happen. We're afraid of losing what we have. We don't know if something else is a loss too. Maybe financial loss. Afraid of the unknown. Again, seeking the truth even within ourselves, so that we don't feel so stressed and burdened and sad. So there's some figuring out going on here. And for the feminine, we got the Devil, the Two of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. So Devil obviously talks about, like I said, feeling stuck or bound in a situation. Again, feeling like perhaps something is toxic. Maybe afraid of staying in a toxic situation. Something that doesn't bring out the best of us. Again, brings out the worst, the stress. Now here's the scapegoat, the person, the thing that projects the inferior side of themselves to feel better, a scapegoat to blame for our troubles in life. Sucks the life out of you. Something that sucks the life out of you. Maybe get into the relationship you feel like, or the person sucks the life out of you. But the bondage is voluntary. It's also addiction. You can be the codependency cards. Like people can be addicted to each other, addicted to toxic relationships, or addicted to, again, the drama. I'm going to say only crisis can break this bond. That's when the Tower comes in. The longer you stay in it, the worse it becomes. And this is what the feminine was viewing. The longer I stayed in that situation, the worse it became. Again, confused about what to do, what path to take. It's about feeling hopeless, pessimistic, feeling a lack of control, just constraint, something that's deceptive. Again, worried about people lying, negativity, feeling constraint. It's a need to take back one's power. It's obsession. Again, maybe just ruminating thoughts, stressing too much. Maybe you're stressing yourself out even thinking about it. Over-investing. Again, afraid of dealing perhaps with another codependent situation. Unbalanced relationships. Unhealthy bond. And then we have the Two of Cups, which is all about, the soulmate bond. It could be soulmate, friendship, business. But it's a soulmate card. It's about commitments, union of opposites, passion and sexual attraction, which may or may not be allowed to express itself. The coexistence of dark and light within us. It's beauty and power when two become one. Mutual respect, balance, and harmony with each other. You don't feel that if the devil's right next to it, though. Maybe that's a concern. It's a heartfelt exchange of emotions. It's a win-win, not just I, it's we. Heartfelt exchange of emotions, appreciation, kindness, thoughtfulness, feeling special to one another. Marriage, engagements, consideration, partnership of any kind. It's weaker than the Lovers card. The Lovers is the union of two complete beings. I guess that's when you work through your devil stuff, right? Something that's less stable. Time will tell if you'll weather the storm. It's a union of self-love and self-respect. Like, we don't want to lose that going back into something toxic, right? Or perhaps that is a concern. Or maybe you're struggling with the whole twin flame soulmate thing, knowing the spiritual connection, but struggling with the earthly one. You can feel very conflicted with that as well. For sure. Feeling tied and bound to your spiritual path. Like, I gotta deal with this person, I don't want to. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. To show you this card. Ten of Pentacles is all about the family life. Abundance. Things that are achieved after a long time of investing. Right? It's a culmination and the fulfillment of family, accomplishments, financial security. Again, we want to be financially secure. We don't want any codependent relationships. We want there to be, equal give and take. Right? Mutual respect. This is the kind of relationship we want. We want this. We don't want this. It is the point of completion, because it's a 10. Accomplishments, improved career path, solid financial reserves, committed long-term relationships, pride and success, sharing to show care, creating foundations that are long-lasting, long-term, shows how family is important. Knowing you need a consistent approach in order to achieve success that will last the test of time. So obviously, like I mentioned before, Don't trust just words, and because words can be illusions. Don't trust actions, because even actions could be done with an agenda behind them. It's consistency. Over time, you will see if people walk the talk. And knowing that it's going to take consistent effort in order to reach this. But maybe we're wondering if that could be possible because this devil energy is still here, wondering if this stuff is still lingering around, or this is even the feminine, or the feminine's needing to release this within herself, her fears, her worries, in order to have this. Right? And then the devil, friend, the lesson, heartbreak, anxiety, happiness, power. So again, wondering if people have learned the lesson, wondering if we're ever going to get out of heartache, or is this person going to cause us our heartache again? We're fearful, we're having anxiety, we're feeling stuck and bound to a situation, confused, if we come together, if it's going to be balanced, are people going to work, if we put in the work and effort, am I going to be able to achieve this? See what I'm saying? Or you feel like the power, the toxic power is too strong. The Two of Cups, the Fool. It's like, do I take a leap of faith, or will I be foolish if I do this? And then we got surprised, maybe because someone's heard from somebody, and they're wondering, what's the agenda here? What's the motivation? Are they looking for a new beginning? Again, abundance, like the Ten of Pentacles, is like people looking to invest long term now in a relationship. Like, or can there be abundance? Stop, look, and listen. We're trying to, again, look at things from all angles, figure stuff out, because we got the Master here using our logic. Or we're also, trying to look out for some more toxic behavior, because the Master is also somebody who can be domineering. If you experience some abusiveness in some way, whether that be financial abuse, again, moochie, in the past with this person, if they were just controlling in general, deceptive, we could be looking for the signs of that. Again, don't know what to think in regards to this person, this journey, etc. And then we have the lady who's like trying to use our intuition, or this is somebody who is, the epitome of woman. She's got it all together. This is what we're trying to achieve for ourselves. Stability, we're trying to get our shit together, right? And then we have patience. It's like, well, if we're patient, we're trying to use our intuition. If we're patient in this situation, could there be healing? Is this, this spiritual relationship, will it get better? So should I keep having faith? Or somebody full of shit with their offer, or if I take this offer, is it going to be more of this, or am I lying to myself even? You know what I'm saying? The drama of it all. And what is the masculine hoping for in regards to this situation? We got children. Your love life's being affected by children. Either you have children together, maybe they're hoping to have children with you, or this is about like many times, new beginnings. They're hoping for a new beginning, so you can be like an innocent new beginning, like children, and have passion flow between you. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Maybe the masculine's trying to find the passion within himself to have a new beginning. And release these burdens. This past life relationship, you have known each other before. And they're hoping for engagement. So again, maybe they're hoping to get engaged, get married, and have some kids. Or they're just hoping that, again, forgiveness can be had. That all isn't lost. That there can be peace. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And they want to give this relationship a chance. They want to work on the partnership. But they got some codependency issues, yeah? Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So again, they could be addicted to their own fears and burdens and deceptions and afraid to move and afraid of the next steps or afraid of revealing their truth. Or again, or they still got money issues, so they still got some codependency. Or this might be like the devil here, where the two of you are kind of feeling bound to each other, addicted to each other. Or maybe they fear that you'll view them as codependent again. I wanted to read this codependency thing here, because this is what they would like to see happen. They're hoping to see they can be codependent again. That's not good. This card answers your question in perhaps a surprising way, because addictions are the culprit behind the issues you're attempting to resolve. This could be your own craving for a substance or unhealthful behavior, or it could be that your partner's addictions are impacting your love life. This card is also an indicator of childhood experiences in an addictive family. Again, most have come from abusive situation. Again, it's all playing out the karma. Addictions numb the heart to pain, but they also diminish its capacity to love. Since love is the basis of your romantic partnership, addictions become a barrier to moving forward towards true emotional intimacy. This is especially true if you are twisting yourself in knots to please a person whose dependency has lessened his or her capacity for happiness. That no-win situation will negatively affect your self-esteem and your own happiness if you continue. Fortunately, lots of support is available worldwide. 12-step meetings and other addiction support fellowship models. Whether it is you or your romantic partner who has the addiction, you can find free groups near you through internet searches or contacting a local community health center. So if somebody needs to go get some therapy, it's recommended. But I feel like here it's overcoming one's own addictions. Addicted to the stinking thinking, or the karma, afraid to move on or move forward, afraid of what we need to do, feeling like we always got to be dependent on somebody in some way for survival, or wanting to break out of this codependency themselves. And for the feminine, what she'd like to see happen is heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Maybe she's just looking for some honesty, some truth. You got truth here and a truth seeker here. People want to hear the truth. People want to see that you're able to be truthful. And also finances and career. So they don't want you to be a moochie either. They don't want you. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. They want to make sure that, we're not getting back into this situation. We want to have abundance, finances and career. Like, this is what the feminine is focusing on. Her own stuff. She'd like to see the masculine doing the same. And then we have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Now, either she feels, and she's unsure about her feelings, unsure if there's enough to even want to keep going in this situation, or you're not showing anything. So it's either somebody ain't feeling it. Again, I think a lot of feminines are kind of either already moving on, and this would just throw a monkey wrench in everything, like out of the blue, all of a sudden I got to be dealing with decisions here in regards to someone from the past. But I think that a lot of them are, some may have lost the feelings altogether at this point, depending again how long this was dragged out. Not to say that love can't be found again, but sometimes people feel like, perhaps I need to open myself up, take a different path, because I don't want to be stuck in this anymore. I want this, and if I have to find it with someone else, that's what I got to do. But maybe she's hoping for some kind of honesty. She wants you to get it together, but either she wants you to again be vulnerable, because maybe you have a hard time being that way, speaking your feelings, or again she's questioning how she feels. Maybe some of them don't feel it anymore. And then we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So this is either her trying to call in somebody new, maybe even having her friends take her out and ask for support from others, or she's trying to call you in, masculine, and maybe she's hoping that you again you get your finances together. Maybe you gotta ask some people for help, and then maybe she's wondering, could this be the one, or she's looking for the one. If you're leaving a situation and don't want to go back to it, you're moving towards this again, trying to call in your soulmate. It says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. Again, could be this person here. And we have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning. Dun, dun, dun. So again, we've got some questioning people's motives, questioning people's agendas, questioning whether you can trust somebody. And again, all of this comes about based on how the masculine has presented themselves. Again, if you did stuff in the relationship and then try to act like you didn't do it, or again, or lie to cover up your lies, or showed them that you didn't care, whatever was going on here, people will always question somebody who's trying to come back in, who never really resolved what happened. Like I said, with my example, there was so much stuff. We're years of it. And all I got was one sentence. And it took me 9 months to get that. I was just and that's why last year for me, I really just kind of gave up, because I said, you know what, I deserve 100 times better than this. Again, it's about lessons learned. And could that person learn theirs someday? Well, we shall see. But for me, Spirit's always encouraging you to keep it moving. Don't worry about it. Just do you in the meantime. And this is kind of what the advice has been. Focus on yourself. Heal thyself, so we can prepare ourselves for what might be coming in. And speaking of what might we need to do, we have the Queen of the Light, illumination, enlightenment, celebration. And then we have the Winged Wise Ones, angelic help, miracles, and aid. And then the Dragon's Duel. Again, this is about the fork in the road, the decision, inner conflict, morality, conscious choice. So let us see. Queen of Light, 15. I love the little mourning doves that they sit out on the wire out there out my window. So cute. The Queen of Light is a beautiful ally and comes into your life to herald success in all your ventures. She illuminates the most important steps on your path and reminds you of your own brilliance. You're intelligent and inspired, and all your needs will be met. Remember that you're the instrument of the divine, shining through you in this world. You're on the correct path for your highest good. The Queen also brings you insight into how you manifest your reality in the most miraculous ways. She promises that you'll be shown the next right action and celebrates you as you stand brilliant, joyful, and enlightened in the present time. You've worked hard to come this far. You can be proud to stand tall in your conviction that in your heart of hearts you know the truth of your situation. Rewards for your perseverance and willingness to learn are on the way. Gratitude and acceptance are key. So again, they're trying to reiterate this opportunity to enlighten yourself with the help of the winged wise ones. 34. Always allies and never challengers, the winged wise ones represent the aid of all angels. When you enter their realm, know that your sincere prayers will be answered according to the will of the divine. This also represents divine intervention and the potential of miracles to heal and transform as if by magic. Have faith, whatever your circumstances. Heavenly beings are watching over you. The winged wise ones give you a glimpse of the future by offering messages whispered on the wind. These are translated within you as inspired thought, instantly unraveling the past and revealing the present. Be aware of the higher consciousness in you. This is a good time to observe your thoughts through meditation. Who is observing those thoughts? That self is kin to the winged wise ones who have come to help you soar. This is about following the guidance. And then we have 23, Dragon's Duel. The Dragon's Duel takes place at the proverbial fork in the road. The card fork in the road. It's both ally and challenger at once, as it represents a tension of opposites. Even though the truth is that we live in unity, we experience a duality of faith and doubt, love and fear, right and wrong, black and white. This aspect of your current experience asks you to accept that although you may be going one way, another may be calling you to change direction. Now is the time to inquire whether it's your ego or your soul leading you. There are always choices in life. Decision making also solves inner conflict. If you're torn between two dragons, the one that you choose to feed will be the one that wins. Which is it? If it's not the one that serves the highest of your intentions, deliberately feed the other, and the duel will be won in your favor. And then the advice is you deserve love. You are lovable. And separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Wedding. The situation involves marriage. First you'll be separated, then you get married. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. This could be about maybe again spending some time together. Well, you just retreating into yourself and figure out what you got to do so you can forgive, learn, and move forward. And then we have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So it's again try to keep it light, as best as you can. Try to again heal thyself. Keep moving forward. Keep investing in yourself. Again, separation sometimes is necessary. Sometimes rejection is God's protection. You deserve love. So don't settle for anything that makes you feel like shite, or treats you, who doesn't appreciate you, or lies, or who cheats, or whatever. You deserve love. And again, if you're not getting what you're giving, give it to somebody else. Separate. This also could be, the marriage, the card here. This could be, for people who weren't together, you might meet somebody at a wedding. Or this is about, again, perhaps, a wedding was supposed to happen between the two of you. Maybe you were married and you were separated. Or maybe you will get married, or this could lead to marriage. If we forgive and learn, spend some time together, try to keep it light, and all of that. And they also say abundance and to trust. So let us see the separation I wanted to show you too. This is also while you're apart. The universe is kind of helping the both of you during your whatever time you're reflecting time. The romance angels are helping you during this period of separation from your partner. This card comes to you as an indication of angelic support. As you spend time away from each other while you're apart, the angels can help you fill your hours with healthy activities which will help your present or future relationships. This card may indicate a temporary period of aloneness, such as while your partner is traveling for business, or a time in your life when you're single and preparing for your next relationship. It can also mean a marital separation or divorce. Call upon the angels for support and guidance during these transitions. They can help you discover the deep healing to be mined as you spend time alone, which prepares you for the next part of your relationship journey. So again, for people who aren't interested in going back, know that this alone time again is necessary to heal out any of this stuff so that you can be open to receiving perhaps your next relationship, which could be your soulmate, your life partner, person you can build a life with. Because I wanted to throw that out there about the separation card. And again, with the wedding and forgiving, learning, there's so many ways. Maybe you were supposed to get married and you didn't. Maybe that's why someone's looking to get engaged again now. Who knows? And it could lead to marriage. But for some, like I said, you might meet this person at a wedding. Your next person. That's a possibility too. Wedding. Should I read that? You drew this card because of an upcoming wedding, you or someone else's. It comes to you because marriage plays a role in the answer to your question. For some people, this card could be a validation that you will get married and ask you to keep the faith and continue enjoying your life without worry about your future marital status. For others, this card signals that you'll meet a significant other at an upcoming wedding or experience something there that will lead to new romance for you. It can also represent your partner's marriage and the way it affects your feelings and beliefs about relationships. In a few cases, this card asks you to look at your present and past marriages and review your feelings with the intention of healing your heart and your relationship. Perhaps it's time to enlist a marital counselor to help you both sort out how you feel. And sometimes this card can signal the end of a marriage, in which case the angels support everyone involved as you come to an understanding about the experience to renew your heart's willingness to love. That's what I got here, forgiving and learning. And spend some time in healing mode and try to get back out there and be playful and light. Now this one's here. Abundance. Great abundance will find its way into your life. Your plans will yield prosperity, providing you a sense of security about the future. Your angels will be with you as you take the actions necessary to manifest your dreams. Abundance is not always financial in nature. You may be seeking to manifest new ideas, a large circle of friends, vibrant health, or romantic love. This card can also reflect an inflow of any of these types of treasures into your life. Open your arms to heaven to receive with gratitude that which you desire. This is for you both, by the way. And then trust. Trust. This is the time for trust. Sometimes there is no yes or no to a question. There are situations where we are better served by not knowing what is to come, so that miracle can unfold before our very eyes. Like children opening a gift, part of the magic of our lives is found in the joy of surprise. Trust that your angels have something amazing in store for you, even if they can't quite tell you what it is. And on that note, I send you love and light. I wish you healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through. Please like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already, and leave comments. I'll love to see the comments. And look out for the monthlies of the different signs. That'll be coming out. Jeez, it's like that time again. It's almost like when it's time to pay bills, right? It's like that time again. And also the weekly. I'll be putting that out. And a couple other new things for the month of June. And until next time, my dears, take care. Bye-bye.